Hi guys, this is Jamie with gettingcrafty.net. So welcome to 2018, where the word is amazing. Amazing color, amazing sparkle, and amazing techniques. This is a very fun card that we're going to create using the Amazing You stamp set from the Celebration catalog released January 3rd, 2018 through March 31st. These are exclusive limited edition stamp sets, so make sure you grab yours. You can see how when you go shopping at gettingcrafty.net. We will also be using the Celebrate You Thinlits because you are amazing and worthy of being celebrated. Yes, you are. So I'm going to show you how to use the new Brusho crystals available in the Occasions catalog that is released again January 3rd to create this very colorful technique. I hope you're excited like I am. First of all, brushes are color crystals, and I like to use a tack across the top of mine. I have several holes on the top. You want to be careful because it's pretty cosmic fine, and then I use my tack to cover it up. This is a messy technique. So what you're going to have to be prepared for is to get inky fingers. So keep around a packet of wipes if that's something that concerns you. When crafting with Brusho, I like to get as much color and wow factor as I can. And I'm going to use a cookie sheet. Now, if you didn't know, I will not be using these for cooking, but I do love cooking. And so I like to contain all of my crafting that's messy, especially on one surface. And so today I have two cookie sheets because my cast-offs will be kept here. It makes it easy for locating all my little bits and pieces that are missing. Today I cut some shimmery white cardstock. Let me see if you can see that. Just shimmer is so fabulous, especially when you add the color to it. This is a shimmer white with at 5 inch and 3 3/4. And so we're going to take and place this here in the middle. What we're going to do is stamp with the Amazing You stamp set in Versamark. Now, I'm going to give you a heads up. It doesn't necessarily show very well when you are using Versamark on white because we're going to use clear embossing powder. It could be a challenge to see. So I'm going to raise it up to you right now. We're going to start with the Let's, and that's from the Amazing You stamp set. And I'm going to place it right here in the corner. Let's. And you can't really see it. It really is one of those things that you have to, let me see if I can get an angle here, where you can see it. It's hard on the clear, with the clear Versamark. And then we're going to take this Sunburst from that same stamp set, and I want to burst out my corners. So burst, burst, and burst. I like a good sunburst, and we're going to actually have fun creating with this stamp set. If you check out my blog at gettingcrafty.net, I will have a series where we'll be using all the bits and pieces over the next 5 days to create amazing cards. I hope you're excited. We'll be using the die cut from the original card as well as the next card. What we're going to use is our heat tool. And I use my clear embossing powder. All of my embossing powders I place inside of a throwaway Tupperware bin, like, you know, Gladware, whatever brand that you get. My kids love these things because if they lose them, Mom doesn't get mad. And if you know it, I have 6 kids, 5 girls and 1 boy. And then I have 4-legged animals that are my kids as well, who are actually pregnant. I have a small goat farm, and my goats are expecting, which is just wonderful news today. We actually have the full blood drawing done, but my friend that does the goats inspected them and said they're definitely pregnant. Now, using our heat tool, I'm going to set this at a 45-degree angle. It's not a hairdryer, so I'm not going to go like so. I'm going to pull it up to the screen so you have a better visual of it. Hold on one sec. Okay, so when you heat set, what you're looking for is to make sure that there is no powder. You want to look for that high shine. Do you see that shine right there? Especially when it comes to clear. And doing clear on our shimmer paper means that the shimmer is going to peek through, but it's going to peek through at white. And we're going to get tons of color, and all the color will shimmer as well. Now, using the Brusho technique, we are going to sprinkle the beautiful Prussian blue. I am a girl who loves her blue. I love color in general, if you really must know. So this new technique here is super exciting for me. With the holes I have on top, I want to make sure I'm going to get a good coverage, so I might, use my end of my tack to make sure that lines are clear. And you're going to be surprised, as soon as you spray it, it's going to burst and pop full of generous, loving color. Now we're going to do the brilliant red. And it looks kind of dull and dark right now. And my kids were in awe of watching this. Actually, we just had our Getting Crafty one-day retreat for New Year's Eve's Eve yesterday. And so all the ladies there were just raving over how awesome it was to see this color burst and pop. And then we're going to use the yellow right in the middle. Usually I start with the lightest color, but here I'm just kind of filling in the yellow on the sides. And I'm going to add just a little bit more color here in the middle with the red and the blue. I want an intense solar galaxy, beautiful pop of intense color there. And really, the galaxy techniques are so on trend right now that you can have tons of fun creating a unique look, and it doesn't have to be perfect, which is fun. Okay, so using our Stampin' Spritzer right here, I love it. Now, you ready for the wow factor? I am. Boop, look at that. Do you not just want to scream? Look at all that yummy color. Now, this is not watercolor paper, so you will find that the paper will curl a little bit more. If you want to take off some of that color, that's where you would blot it, but I don't. I want that intense, juicy color. And now I'm going to use the heat tool again to set the heat. Usually you can just let it set aside, but I have no patience, so we're going to do this together. All ready? Oh my goodness, did you see how the color has saturated through the back there? It's still beautiful on its own, and really this is a technique you can have so much fun with. But look at this starbursty, luscious, sparkly color. I adore it. Super easy to do, and you do have to embrace that it's going to be messy. That's why these cookie sheets are super fabulous. Now, I'm going to spritz the end of my napkin here, just a little bit. And I'm going to wipe across the heat embossed white. So I'm going to stick my hand here and just kind of reveal that white a little bit better, where the crystals might be sitting on top of the heat embossing. And I just use water in my spritzers, but you can use lots of different dissolutions and that kind of thing. Oh my goodness, isn't it yummy? Now, you do get inky fingers, and my ink will stay on for a good day or so. So don't do this before you have like a formal event to attend, because I went to dinner after doing this technique, and my friend thought there was something gross in my hand. She's like, do you need to go to the bathroom? And I was like, no, nobody's told me to go to the bathroom in years. But this color is just divine, isn't it? And all that little subtle sparkle. Now, using our Big Shot die cutting machine, I love this Big Shot. And right now during celebration, where everything is on sale, every $50 you spend, you get to pick a free item, like the Amazing Youth stamp set. But you can get the starter kit, which is the best deal of all. The starter kit is the best deal of all, and that's only $99. But right now, you can pick any $125 in product for only $99 and free shipping. But you also get to pick any 2 stamp sets in the catalog for free. No limitation on the dollar amount. That has me happy beyond words, my friends. Super duper happy. Check out more on my blog at gettingcrafty.net. Now, what we're going to do is with the Celebrate You Thinlits, it has 3 words, Celebrate Amazing You. We're going to take these babies off, and this is where we're going to use a Post-it note. I don't generally use crafting and food supplies. I know it seems like I might when you see this tutorial on my blog, but I don't use that a lot when I'm crafting. But when you have a cookie sheet we're going to use a toothpick to punch anything out. And a friend of mine actually uses press and seal to put hers down, but I'm going to use a sticky note, just where the sticky side is. I want the 3 words to be in one place and to be held so they don't get lost. And then we're going to go ahead and die cut it, just like so. I use the magnetic platform, and you'll hear it popping occasionally. And that's just where it's cutting into the sheet. And you feel the pressure release, and I'll go back. Do you have to? No, but I want to make sure all my little itty bits and pieces aren't lost. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take another cookie sheet, because there's lots of little bits and pieces that fall out, just like this one did. I'm going to roll back my die. You're going to see all the amazing, look at, isn't that stunning? Just like that. We're going to set aside the Celebrate Amazing You, and we're going to lay down and do all of our little bits and pieces. Now what we're going to do is take all of these little bits and we're going to save them. And we're going to reuse the words throughout this whole week. So make sure you check out my blog at gettingcrafty.net. But right now what we're going to do is apply this great piece of shimmer paper to, I'm putting my cookie sheet here so I don't lose my bits and pieces. We're going to apply the shimmer paper to a piece of Whisper White cardstock at the same dimension. So 3 3/4 by 5 inch. And I like to use fast fuse in applying my adhesive. So, and I'm also going to throw a napkin down because I like to protect my surface just a smidge. With all this color crystals, if it's dry, it doesn't translate, but if you get a little bit of wet, you get a lot of color. And I'm going to kind of go into those little bits and pieces areas. Anytime you've die cut, you might have weakened the fabric of the paper just a smidge, especially when you've watercolored like we just did. All that water will have absorbed into the fibers of the card. And then what we're going to do, actually I'm going to leave my napkin there. I'm going to go along one side, go up to the corners, and then we're going to push it on just like that. Turn it over and bone fold it at the side of your bone folder on the side, right across the back. And the reason we do that is to make sure all the adhesive that might be connected but not fully has a full connection. Super easy. Then we're going to set this beautiful napkin aside. I use lots of napkins in this crafting, and you might notice that it's off just a smidge right there, and then you can just use your paper snips if that's something that you're concerned about to trim that section off. I'm not really that worried, but there you go. I trimmed it anyway. Now, using our fine tip glue pen, we're going to use all those little bits and pieces and put them back on. So I'm going to place, as you can see, my fine tip glue pen. I'm going to put a little dot right here where the A goes, and I'm going to place this A that came out right there. Boop. Now, once you have all your little bits and pieces tucked in, you're going to place a silicone sheet across the top. I also like to clear the line on my fine tip glue pen by using a napkin, which you know I just had one, and just kind of clear it. I'm listening for that noise. Just a little smidge, and then I just line up the tip and screw it together so that it stays nice and closed. I store my fine tip glue pen sitting up. So while this is getting ready, what we have available is one of my favorite blues, the In Color Dapper Denim, and our Real Red cardstock. I'm going to pull this aside, saving these bits and pieces for later this week to show you guys some great techniques and crafting with them. Boop, boop. Okay, what we're going to do is take our Real Red cardstock that we scored at 4 1/4 and cut at 5 1/2. And we're going to fold it and use the bone folder across the back so any shiny line you get is on the back of your card. We're going to apply the Dapper Denim with our Fast Fuse adhesive. By having that Whisper White cardstock behind the die cut one, we've given it additional structure. Like that. And look at that. First of all, can we just say ooh and all together? Oh my goat, I love it. Look at the celestial, sparkly, bright color. Now, who is amazing in your life that you would give this to? That is the question. I love my fast fuse. It's going to stronghold that right on for me. Oh my goat, isn't that beautiful? I'm going to flip that over. I'm going to run the bone folder across the back again. Set aside my card, and there you go. This beautiful card was so easy to create and so much fun and packed with color and wow factors. Who would not love receiving it? If you have somebody who wants to receive this card, and you do, make sure you check out my blog at gettingcrafty.net on how you can receive this card. I hope to see you back on my blog soon. Check it out. And don't forget to join us at facebook.com/gettingcrafty.net as we do all kinds of crafting together live each week. Thanks for joining us. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that you're joining me today. This is Jamie with gettingcrafty.net, and you too can celebrate somebody who's amazing in your life. Don't forget, this awesome card tutorial has full instructions and a shopping list right on my blog at gettingcrafty.net. And then you too can create a colorful, wow, sparkling card that celebrates the amazing person in your life.